Hey Gemini, welcome to your May reading. Okay guys, I am about to shuffle. So as I shuffle, I'm going to have to put the mic down. If you follow me, you'll know that then I pick the mic up. I just need it next to my mouth and my setup is very poor at the moment. So we're just working with what we got. So please be patient. I will shuffle and we'll begin your reading. Just drop the mic. Sorry guys. Interesting. Hmm. I like that. Okay, Gemini. Interesting. I'm liking the look of your layout because with all the readings I've done, like I'm coming to the end of my readings and they've all been the same cards, like getting the same cards all the time, which goes, it's the energies we're working with, but you've got some new ones and it was like, oh yay, something new. So I'm liking that, whether you will or not. I don't know. But let's see. So your first card is two cards that came out. We had Broken Heart and then Magician and the Mirror. Now, obviously Broken Heart, we're like, no, why? However, it's conflicting with Magician and the Mirror. So when it comes to being broken-hearted, it could very much be that this is something you've manifested. For example, I'm not putting the blame on you. What I'm saying is, for example, perhaps you have broken up with somebody, let's say, as an example, you've broken up with somebody, but you needed this because you were unhappy in that situation or you knew it was holding you back. So even though you are feeling heartbroken, because absolutely every person that has a heart feels heartbroken after something comes to a completion, even if it's what we wanted. And this is what I feel here, like whatever it is causing the heartache for you, which means it could just be something that causes you to feel grief in some way, shape or form. So something that's come to an end causing a grief. So this doesn't necessarily need to be a breakup. And actually sometimes we can be heartbroken in relationships over the relationship because something has happened within it that causes our heart to ache. So this can be, discovering something about a partner, even just discovering, that someone we love is going through something tough. It can be heartbreaking. So I kind of just felt the need to keep saying that this does not mean that you're heartbroken because of the end of a relationship. I want to express that. But I do feel like this is something that you're manifesting into your life for a reason. The Magician in the Mirror is basically like you are creating the life that you're looking at. What you see is what you have because it's what you've created. So I kind of want to see you to analyze of like, okay, so why would I create this situation for myself? If it's not really blatantly obvious, which I do feel like you have answers with this, but perhaps you don't. I kind of want you to just look and just think, how does this benefit me into where I want to be? So you might not be where you want to be right now, and actually it might be the total opposite of what you feel like you want. But how does this situation that you're in currently, your present self, how does this benefit where you're going? Has it given you this boost? For example, if somebody's broken your heart, that you might have stayed with them for the next 2 years and you might have missed opportunities because your loyalty would have been with them. And it's like seeing the positive in that, because I feel like there's something really beneficial from that pain that is going to help you towards your actually true potential and your goals. Now next we have a woman holding a heart. I do feel like there's feminine, so this basically means there's a woman with love for you, right? I do not tend to put gender to cards. So to me, I feel like, again, it can literally mean there's a woman with loving intentions for you. Could be relationship, if that's what you're into, or it could be even be like a mother, a friend, a supportive figure who's providing love for you, or even yourself. It could be that woman. However, I always feel like it's actually feminine energy. Somebody embodies that femininity in the way that they express their heart, this is what I would say is that they have love for you. Um, and I feel as though actually, weirdly, I feel like they put your heart before their own needs in this situation, which is quite interesting. Be wary of negative attachments. Next, we have attachment, which attachment is sometimes being holding on to the past. I do feel like perhaps there's a potential that there's somebody else going for your heart, especially if you're a part of the LGBTQ blah 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 family like myself, who's into everything, both sides, all sides, whatever. Um, Obviously you could be male or female. What I'm saying is if you're into females, that there could be this potential that you have a new match, someone that's wanting your love, who has a lot of love to give you, and perhaps will put your needs before their own, which I don't think is helpful for them. So don't take advantage of that. But what I'm saying is you could be perhaps missing out on this because you are looking to the past, attached to things that no longer serve you now. Because of that heartbreak, that grief, and because I really feel that you're on this edge of moving towards something, but you've got to put in the work to let go, release the mask. Like if you look in this imagery, she's holding a mask. This is all that she puts on a front for the world. That mask is. She's taken it off. However, she's still very much attached to this pole. This is the past holding her back. Now, she might be taking off the mask and showing her authentic self. And that's attracting all this goodness. This is how I'm reading it for you. You're attracting all this goodness because you're finally in a position where you can. However, if you're still stuck on that person, stuck in that past, it doesn't matter what's coming ahead of you because you're looking behind you and not in front. I do feel like you are ready and in a position, and the fact that this card comes up, it's like you're here. I'm helping you to acknowledge this. Now we're in Mercury in retrograde, so he's going to help you to acknowledge this. I do feel like this Mercury in retrograde is actually more recently so with each one. It's becoming a much more positive impact. It might not feel that way, but what I'm saying, bear with me, is that specifically for this one, like naturally we normally say, oh, it's Mercury in retrograde, maybe avoid signing contracts, don't commit to anything. Now, actually, my advice with this Mercury in retrograde is to do the opposite. I do feel like the astrology we're working with currently, it's saying get out of your comfort zone, do it, take a healthy risk. Just be aware we're in Mercury in retrograde, so make sure you are, proofreading, maybe get a second opinion. If you were to, I would advise you going to a female and leaning on your female role models for some advice. That might help you come to your decisions. But what I'm saying is it's pushing you towards showing your authenticity to better your situation. And I do feel like you're heading towards a breakthrough, or you're having a breakthrough actually right now with this energy. Next, pay attention. These are all three are reversed, so the reading wants you to hear this. Shapeshifter, yep, transformation, primal wisdom, and instinct. I do feel like I said with the magician and the mirror, this is the same energy. It's saying that you are manifesting something with great potential. You're shifting into something new. And you are directing this. I feel like you are in charge. I do feel like you are this shapeshifter in the sense that I feel like you do keep going back to the past, like there's a focus there, and then forward and back and forward and back. And I want you to kind of forward. You are shifting and changing. This comes with discomfort. This is the imagery. For some reason, I did get this sense of, it's weird because over here I'm feeling like there's like a dance or something. I don't know if this could mean something to you because I have absolutely no idea what this means. Somebody's doing a dance, and basically as though I was saying, put on a show, but show the vulnerability and the authenticity of what is you, rather than giving what you may have given before. Be more raw. I hope that makes sense because I have absolutely no idea what that means in terms of this reading as such, unless you are a dancer. Primal wisdom, again, you know exactly what you need to do, and it is literally that. Go down to your basic instinct. What do you want and what do you desire out of life, and let that be the shoes that you put on, the direction that you take. Cunning woman, silent, observant, and wily. To be a cunning woman, you are literally observing, you're checking things out. Now, this is what I mean about Mercury retrograde when I'm saying proofread and, read all that fine print before committing, because it is a time to be a bit cautious. And that's exactly what a cunning woman would do. She knows all the cards on the table. And she might look like she's going to go one way, but she goes a different way. And actually, as I say this with the shapeshifter, it's a very similar energy, because you're shifting and being authentic to yourself within every moment. But you also know that you sometimes have to put on that mask in order to kind of avoid people taking advantage of you. And I feel like this is an energy. Again, I feel like you're being surprising to somebody, which is quite interesting. I'm going to swiftly move on from that thought because we have a lot of autumnal colors in this column. I do feel like you need to realize what you want in your life and then realize what you have around you and how that supports you in where you want to be. That's what you want to be keeping hold of, the stuff that supports you. But realize that again, it is a time for shedding and letting go of something. I do feel like this is an air sign thing. You're shedding something and releasing something right now. That's just letting go of things. And again, that comes with a little bit of heartache as we grieve the loss of things that once were. But you have Frigga next, and both the Cunning Woman and Frigga, look, we have these autumnal colours, like my hair. I'm coming into autumn as well, in the southern hemisphere. But it's very much the harvest time, when we're going through the harvest, we have put in the hard work to get to where we are right now. And it's sort of saying, sit in this moment and appreciate. You kind of enjoy the fruits to your labor in the harvest time. That's exactly what I kind of feel. But up with the shapeshifter, I feel like it's a lot of energy put into something is bringing you that into this space of being able to reap the rewards of your harvest, of your hard work. Frigga is readiness, bounty, and plenty. It is saying you're going to reap the rewards of the effort that you put in. And definitely in terms of releasing, by doing that, you are definitely going to reap the rewards. Next, we have a woman holding a coin. Now, as I laid these down, we have the woman holding a heart and a woman holding a coin. Both of these cards, I mean, this has been coming up for quite a few people. But both of these cards together, I definitely feel there's a lot of feminine support around you. And I want you to kind of embrace that. Because the fact you have it twice is really good. Let me see. So not only I do feel like there is somebody prioritizing you during this time. And they are really putting your interest. So in terms of going for what you want, this being your goal, I do think you have support and people, a woman, feminine energy that is supporting your endeavors and the way that you're going. I do think that you can trust in that energy. If you are having concerns like, can I trust this? Especially Mercury retrograde, it's going to send us a little bit into overthinking mode if we allow it. And this is saying yes, trust. So I definitely would take that as reassurance. And I do believe there's it is like somebody being like a little cheerleader, like, I got you, let's go, I'm watching you, I'm seeing you do this, I'm proud of you. Next we have Healer of the Ages. So you're definitely transforming. Again, transformations come with discomfort. We get to a point sometimes where it's like, why me? Why am I always the one doing this? But it's because you're healing. You're overcoming. The Healer of the Ages is, he's healing from all of the trauma and ancestry from his line. We're coming to this space where actually a lot of people alive are doing the healing so that our future generations do not need to. It's a lot of work for us. It's a very stressful time. A lot of depression in the air. But this is basically saying, you've got this. And I feel this, again, the heart. It's mending of the heart, maybe your focus. But again, you have somebody as well willing to offer assistance. It could be financially. It could be in a way that's productive, where they can literally help you. Not just, I'm here for you if you need anything, but it means if you want to talk, that's it. I feel like this person's literally there for you, which is really cool. And I do feel like you can shine your light during this time. Adjacent possibilities in reverse. I would say that you need to stop looking at your options and go for something It's like have a vision and go for it instead of just waiting out your options. And again, this could come with in terms of being single, with that dynamic of me seeing, I can really see the heartache of losing, of being alone. And I feel like here it's like stop weighing out your options, or maybe stop playing the field because you're still heartbroken over someone from decades ago. That's me being dramatic with the time frames. But what I'm saying is, like, it's time to sort yourself straight. Get yourself straight. Like, I want this guy, this girl. I'm going to go for them. Like, just stop thinking, oh, I just might want to play the field a little bit. That's just games. We're not about that in 2023. Games are boring. It's for children. So sort yourself out. I feel like stop leaving rooms like with doors open as well. I feel like you need to close the doors to anybody who has access to your energy. And actually, as I'm saying that, an energy releasing spell would be very good for you if you're into that kind of sort of thing. A ritual of literally sitting by yourself, visualizing. I'm just going to give you a quick go-to if you want to have a go of doing it after this video or right now. Again, center yourself. Really, if you can clear your mind, some of us are not fully able to do that. That's okay, because we're born the way we are. And visualize basically the connections that you have to these people. You may find that some of the chords are very vibrant. They're people who have access to your energy a lot more clearly because you're able to see those connections like literally in your mind's eye. And you need to be cutting them. So first of all, call back your energy. Send back their energy to them in the same time. Like, I don't need this, take that back, and I'll have mine, thank you. And you can do this with anybody, even people you love who you don't want to lose. It doesn't jeopardize relationships. What it does is bring your back energy back to you, so that any effort that they make, and it may make them miss you as well. And actually, so you will find that certain people may reach out when you do this. Because they feel the loss of the energy of yours that they were carrying with them, right? And then you know that it's authentic on their side as well because they actually notice that you're not there. But anyway, as you've done that, then set a fire. You're going to flame, you're going to burn with bright white light. You're going to bring it down and sever the ties. It's going to burn and you're going to watch it sizzle. So there's no more connection. There's no more bind. You're done. Sweep off, clear it off, any dust or anything that may be left behind. And then, you've cleared your connections. That's just one way of energetically doing it. There are many ways. There's not all one size fits all. But it is a great practice to do, even on a regular basis, to call back your own energy, specifically if you're feeling run down, or like you just allow too many people to have access to you. Anyways, definitely need to be shedding and letting go of things. It may be difficult. We have Blood Month, sacrifice, offerings, decision. Now this means it's time for you to make a sacrifice, to let go of something that may have value to you, but you know that it no longer serves you. By showing the universe you're willing to let go of something even though it means something to you because you know that that's healthier for you, you are then inviting the good stuff to you. I do feel like that will be very beneficial to you let go. And by doing that tie thing that I just said, tie releasing, you are showing the universe that I am prepared to acknowledge that that person may not be thinking of me. It is a really good proactive thing to do for yourself, and is a version of shedding and letting go of things that no longer serve you. Calling back your energy too. It's too exhausting to live these days, so you need all the energy you can get. Next we have Pay Attention. It's in reverse. The Golden Unicorn. Now this is a great card. Protector, Guardian, and Champion. This is basically like victorious. You're protected in your endeavors, and I definitely feel like you have support through your endeavors anyway. Sorry, when I bounce, I realize my camera shakes. Anyway, this card is a really great card. It's like, go forward, go for what you want. You are guided and protected through this, and know that you are heading to you're on that golden unicorn. When you're riding a golden unicorn, you know it's going to be good. That should be a motto. When you're riding the golden unicorn, you know it's going to be good. Queen of the Dark Elves, premonition, foreshadowing, and mystery. You're not supposed to know what's ahead of you, and when you still have things lingering around you, you're really not going to have much insight into the future anyway. So again, with this card, she sort of says, do your shadow work on self and healing, and you may even get a few glimpses into your future by doing that alone, realizing how it can be, not how it should have been. If that makes sense. I just feel like letting go. You just have to let go of things, and realize that they might be shadowing the good stuff and keeping you from seeing opportunities. Um, Especially when it comes to foresight, as in your intuition. If you're not feeling very secure in your intuition and very intuitive lately, it very much could be that the past is just bringing you into a space where you can't connect authentically, because it's like it's shadowing the light, if that makes sense. um I just get the sense of the channel not being able to flow because there's that darkness there, so keep that in mind. But this is a positive card for you, because I feel as though, again, you keep saying just release, just let go, and then you'll see the good stuff, or you'll have opportunities. The doors are opening for you. So in that way, it feels very positive. Anyway, I hope that helps for you, Gemini. This is a very interesting reading. It's actually one of my favorites, I think, for May. So yeah, cool. Comment below if you have any questions or any insights that can clarify some of your reading. I do love to hear those sort of things. Please subscribe to my channel. It is my birthday this month on the 3rd of May. I'm a Taurus. So please feel free to subscribe as a gift to me, because it would make my little heart sing. Yeah, I did that. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next month.